All right, it's January 16th, 2022, and we're trying to finish up this area here in the next day or two. So I've been kind of confused all last week of where I'm going to move these things so that they can be out of the way while still being able to access some of it, because you can see this pile of stuff here. It looks like a bunch of mulch. Well, it kind of is, but there's a lot of good wood, little small pieces of wood that are mixed up into that big pile of actually compost basically at this point. And there's also a lot of soil mixed in there too. So I wish I had some kind of sifter that I can run this stuff through so that I can keep the wood and separate it from all the soil and compost, but I don't. So it's just gonna stay like that. I may move this stuff here a little bit towards this way, because as you can see here, this line kind of goes crooked, kind of like in this way, and I need it to go straight like this, because I'm trying to maximize the space that could be used here in this area as much as possible. All these things, this mound of stuff here is going to be moved. There's a little mound of sand right behind it, and those bushes that you can kind of see back there, that is these rocks. They're kind of spread out all along here, and I did that in one of the prior videos, so I'm going to need to bring those rocks back up there, and we'll see what it looks like when I'm done with it. But for now, let's go ahead and jump on it while we've got some time. All right, it is January 17th, 2023. We're back out here at the farm, and something pretty cool here. When I arrived, I walked past this little plant pot, and I was about to grab it and realized that my kids had put these grubs inside of the pot last night. So when I'm moving stuff around, there's a lot of coconut mulch, and these grubs, if I'm not mistaken, are the larvae of the coconut rhinoceros beetle, which is an invasive species that has gotten out of control here on the island of Oahu. Viewer discretion is advised. I think it's a little late to say that, but if you're not squeamish, you can see the ants. This is nature taking its course, and the ants are attacking this huge grub. This thing is huge, and I don't want to touch it.
I'll touch it.
But like I said, the moment I leave, I'm sure one of the cattle egrets are going to swoop by and pick this guy up and have himself dinner. But let's go ahead and get back to work. Alright, so what I plan on doing here today is consolidating this pile of wood here into this pile, and also that pile there into the same pile. So let's go ahead and get it done. All right, it's January 18th, 2023, and we're back out here again. There's not much left to do here. Behind all this wood right here is kind of empty. As a matter of fact, we'll move over to take a look. And got a few things to do here today before I start moving some rocks. So as you can see, it is fairly empty in this area here. And if you look down here to the right side, you can see that they brought some fresh mulch over here on the right side of the screen, and that's the whole idea. We'll be using for this area here will be all for mulch. I plan on closing this little opening up with some rocks that are going to be from over here on this side of the excavator. On the other side of these bananas is a large pile of rocks that I'm going to use to close up that little gap right there. That way no vehicles go any further than where this stack of rocks here, because on the other side of that is everything that I'm pretty much growing back there, and I don't want anyone to accidentally run that stuff over. Here is a pile of sand, and I'm still debating on what to do with it. I may just level it out here to kind of level this area out, or I may use it to cover the roads with, so that we can give it a bit of a solid layer. I know it may not seem like sand is solid, but it actually does solidify pretty well. Even though sand at the beach is a lot different, this sand here is mixed with dirt, so it kind of hardens pretty well enough for vehicles to kind of continue to compact it and make it a pretty solid surface. This stuff right here is just basically some weeds and mulch I've been pushing around, and a lot of it came from this pile of small pieces of wood right here on this side, which is great for firewood. But I'm probably just going to level this stuff out here. Won't be a big deal. Over time it'll just start decomposing, and it'll basically become part of the soil. But right here where I'm standing, right here on this side of these sandbags, I'm going to grade this out because I want to be able to park the truck, the loader truck here in this area. That way it is clear of the road and the traffic that comes in from there. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, it's January 19th. We're gonna pick back up right where we left off yesterday. Alright, we're going to end the week off doing some cutting. I'm going to take a break on excavator work right now. My father-in-law is running in it. So we're going to go ahead and get this road trimmed. It's starting to get out of control, and it's been a long time coming. So let's get to it. All right, that's it for this week. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.